My sincerest apologies to you both.
Wait, you're leaving?
I have made enough mess of things already.
Yeah, you kind of have.
Frank turns back as he leaves.
Please, carry on. I hope.
He shuts the door behind him. Peter nervously glances at Radley. She stares down, then looks at him.
So?
He shuffles in his seat. Cut to black. Executive producer Kevin Wade.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.
A deadly shooting at a North Fresno apartment complex. The news is next.
Explosion in central London.
Members of my government are involved. Could be anyone.
The call is coming from inside the house, and 3 Americans just got blown up inside the house. Everything is pointing to him.
I should have knocked.
You dug up a conspiracy inside this government.
You think you're playing chess, but you're playing checkers.
She is not a vice president. She's running with scissors right into my staff and me.
Want to know a secret? More than just my armpits stink. That's why I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant everywhere.
4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend Whole Body Deodorant, which gives you 72-hour odor protection from your pits to your...
Secret Whole Body Deodorant.
With Nespresso, embark on a magical journey and explore a world of tasteful surprises, where every Nespresso coffee is the perfect gift. Shop now at Nespresso.com.
Colbert's got Senator John Fetterman tonight on CBS.
My son is a decorated cop and a fine family man.
He's also from New York's most visible cop family and enjoys a reputation as a very loose cannon.
It's just getting really personal now.
Blue Bloods is all new. CBS next Friday.
NCIS is all new Monday at 9/8 Central on CBS.
Your cameras. Trust only the best. Protect your family, home, or business with 24/7 armed guard response. Remember, AmeriGuards it.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News at 11 with Brian Dorman and Catherine Herr, and your pinpoint weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Lauren Wallace. CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
We do have some video, some good evidence in this case that's pointing us in some very viable leads.
We're learning more about the shooting death of a Tulare County man at a Fresno apartment complex on Halloween night. Fresno police are now asking for the public's help to find that suspect. CBS 47's Hannah Gonzalez shows us what investigators are saying about the shooting.
Just after midnight, Fresno police received a 911 call that 33-year-old Tyler Hammond had been shot at the Windscape Apartments off of Nees Avenue. When police arrived at the scene, they found Hammond inside one of the back bedrooms with a single gunshot wound to his upper back. Another resident who also lived in the apartment was the one who made the 911 call.
Officers located bullet holes through the front door and cartridge casings on the upper stairs landing.
Up to 5 rounds were fired. They do not believe the suspect entered the home.
They transported him to Kaiser Hospital. Unfortunately, Mr. Hammond was pronounced deceased shortly after arriving.
Fresno Police Lieutenant Paul Cervantes says Hammond recently moved to Fresno from the Tulare area.
He had some prior domestic violence arrest, some prior weapons and evading charges that were dropped. We're still looking more further into a little bit more of his history since he's not necessarily considered to be local.
This appears to be an isolated incident with the suspect and victim possibly knowing each other.
We believe that some parties involved may have some gang connections, and to that end, what we're doing is utilizing our multi-agency gang enforcement consortium. That would be MAGIC to further that angle, but it is early on for us to make the determination that would be gang motivated as opposed to simply being gang related.
Despite strong evidence and leads, police are still seeking public help and are confident they will make an arrest.
We don't know if the suspect came in on foot, came in a vehicle, came in earlier. All of those things would be absolutely helpful to us in this investigation.
This is a 27th homicide in Fresno this year compared to 26 this time last year. If you know anything or saw anything suspicious that Thursday night, you are asked to call and report it to Fresno police. Reporting in Fresno, Hannah Gonzalez, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
New at 11, a semi-truck driver from Fresno is involved in a deadly collision in Kern County today. It happened just after 11 this morning in Buttonwillow. The Highway Patrol says Cesar Lopez Jr. was driving a big rig on a private dirt road off of Highway 46 and Kex Road. As Lopez approached the highway, officers say he failed to yield the right-of-way to the driver of a Mercedes. The Mercedes collided with the side of the semi-trailer. The driver, an unidentified man from Irvine, was killed. The Highway Patrol says alcohol appears to be a factor in this crash. In our Campaign 2024 coverage, local parties have their noses to the grindstone to earn last-minute votes. We are now 3 days, 7 hours, and 56 minutes away from Election Day. And as CBS 47's Brianna Baez shows us, local political parties are making phone calls, sending postcards, and putting up signs all around Fresno County.
Fresno County officials say this is the highest voter turnout they've seen in years. But for those who haven't casted their ballots yet, they've certainly not been forgotten, and local parties are still working to earn their votes before Tuesday. Time is ticking until Election Day, and local parties are feeling the pressure to earn last-minute votes.
Hello, is this Dinah? We are very optimistic and hopeful about the outcome next week, because we know that we've put the energy in, and so is the entire nation.
Marsha Conant with the Fresno County Democrats says she's confident California will go blue. So they're spending most of their energy writing postcards to and calling people from other states.
I'm a volunteer with the Pennsylvania Dems, just checking in with you about the election. Have you had a chance to vote yet?
They will have made over 25,000 calls. So it's been a busy place, a very busy place, more engaged than well, people say back to the first Obama campaign.
Fresno County Republicans, however, are focusing most of their efforts outside the headquarters.
Everybody is out in the field for the most part, which is part of the reason that the office isn't open that often, because it takes volunteers to run the office. And right now our volunteers are out, boots on the ground, working.
Chairwoman Elizabeth Kolstad says they've spent $85,000 campaigning for local candidates, and they think every penny will be worth it.
People know how much money they have in their account, or how much they don't have in their account left, as the case may be. So it's not hard to ask them to vote Republican at this time. Maybe easier than any of the elections that I can remember.
No matter who you're voting for, both parties urge you to exercise your right.
Please open up your ballot, fill it out, and turn it back in as soon as you can.
Your vote is the most important thing you do as an American citizen.
Now, they say the best way to get candidates to stop calling you and texting you is to go ahead and send in your ballot. Fresno County has 53 in-person voting sites and 67 drop boxes, so lots of opportunities for you to vote. And be sure to watch us live on Tuesday for election results. In downtown Fresno, I'm Brianna Baez, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
New at 11, early entry forms are being accepted for this year's Electrical Farm Equipment Parade in Reedley. The theme is A Rhinestone Christmas. Participants are asked to deck out their farm equipment with dazzling lights and shimmering decorations. The Electrical Farm Equipment Parade is on December 6th. The Chamber of Commerce is accepting early entry forms through November 15th. Coming up here on Eyewitness News at 11, turn your Halloween candy into cash. A local dental group is buying it back for a good cause. And it is week 11 of the high school football season. CBS 47 Sidelines is coming your way a little later.
Our bodies, our rights, we need them protected. Jim Costa supports a woman's right to choose to make her own medical decisions with her healthcare provider. Michael Maher is the opposite. Maher opposes choice and is supported by an extreme group that opposes a woman's right to choose, even in cases of rape or incest. Jim Costa will protect our rights. Michael Maher won't.
I'm Jim Costa, and I approve this message.
I'm Adam Gray. All we get out of Washington these days are excuses and broken promises. Like John Duarte. The only people he works for are the Washington crowd. You deserve a congressman who works as hard as you do. Working together, we built a new medical school here in the Valley. We stopped LA politicians from stealing our water. We cut red tape and lowered healthcare costs. I approve this message because the only one I'll ever work for is you.
Tonight, Colbert's got a new late show with Tom Hanks.
That is a true story.
Tonight on CBS.
Eyewitness News is brought to you by More Furniture for Less. Now, your CBS 47 Pinpoint Weather Forecast.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Catherine Phillips, filling in for Lauren Wallace. Today, our high temperature was in the 60s, 67 for us in Fresno. Average for this time of year, 71 degrees. So below average, but still mild out there. Nowhere close to our record, and our low was below average as well. We are under a winter weather advisory from now until tomorrow at this time, 11 p.m. Saturday. This is for areas above 6,000 feet. So we're talking about Yosemite, Oakhurst. You should be okay. You're going to get rain with the rest of us. Our pinpoint forecast, if you look at it, we are still seeing rain showers move through the area in snow in the Yosemite area for our upper elevations, again above 6,000 feet. That will clear as we go into tomorrow into the mid-morning hours, and we're clear through the rest of the day on Sunday and for the rest of the work week. So this is Sunday throughout the afternoon, and we're looking good. The sunshine will be back by then. So the system's quick. You're going to see rain if you're lucky, about 1/10 of an inch or so. Air quality good for most of us. Fresno mid-air in the moderate range. Temperatures are in the 60s for the North Valley as well. Overnight lows in the 40s. 65 for Clovis, overnight low for you, 42 for tomorrow night. Hanford 68, Tulare 66. Foothills kind of depend on your elevation, but expect temperatures in the 50s. Dunlap 57, overnight lows in the 40s there. So again, for tonight, expect temperatures to continue to drop, 43 degrees with the rain. Winds won't be too bad though. There will continue to be calm. So for tomorrow, wait for the rain to pass before you start doing things outside, and you're going to want to wait for it to warm up as well. By noon, we're still in the 50s. Not going to see the 60s until around the 3 o'clock hour, and that's about where our high temperature will land for today, for tomorrow. For Saturday, 64. For Sunday, 64 as well. Monday, 66. Then we do start to warm up a little bit for Election Day. By Thursday and Friday, we're in the 70s. Overnight lows in the 40s. Now, in the Sierra, we do start to see those temperatures get very cold into the overnight, below freezing. Saturday, again, with rain chances on the valley. We have snow chances for the Sierra, but temperatures do even out and get back to average for the rest of the week.
New at 11, some folks are turning their unwanted candy into cash. For the 11th year, Fresno's Willow Dental Group is hosting its Halloween candy buyback. It started today and continues on Monday. Kids can bring in their unopened, non-powder Halloween candy and receive $2 per pound, up to 5 pounds. All candy collected will be sent in care packages to U.S. service members and local first responders.
Trick-or-treaters go through their candy and get rid of some things, eat some things, we say in moderation, and then sell the rest to us. Sometimes people don't have as many trick-or-treaters as they thought to, and so they can bring that in and sell that to us, and we'll buy it back.
Again, this candy buyback continues on Monday from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. at Willow Dental Group in Fresno. It is Friday night, time for high school football. Scott Bemis, Angelique Martinez, and Dylan Morgan have scores and highlights from all across the valley. CBS 47 Sidelines is next.
All around us, events unfolding. Start your day with breaking news from the break of dawn to prepare you for the day ahead. Investigative journalism, pinpoint weather on Eyewitness News this morning.
Rudy Salas voted to increase the price of gas by 73 cents a gallon and refused to suspend the gas tax. Salas turned his back on Central Valley families because he listens to party bosses instead of us. David Valadeo is on our side. A bipartisan problem solver, he passed landmark legislation to improve health care, help veterans, and protect our water. David Valadeo is fighting for the Central Valley.
I'm David Valadeo, and I approve this message.
Cash, free play, football, pigskin. You can win a plethora of free play prizes and a fat stack of cash every Sunday this month during Pigskin Plinko at Table Mountain Casino Resort. You could win $2,500, $5,000, even $7,500 in cash. Play your favorite games now to enter. Lucky Football Sundays make for epic nights of winning. only at Table Mountain Casino Resort.
Sometimes life is a funny way of turning sideways, like when your kid decides they're a professional stylist the morning of picture day, or when your to-do list isn't quite done.
You went to Rite Aid, right?
Or when you're sure you packed everything you need, but you actually need one more thing.
We forgot our prescriptions.
We got you. Are we happy?
We are happy. Find everything you need? Yep. Yeah, life never really goes the way you plan, but that's why we're here. It means more at Rite Aid.
Fresno State takes on Hawaii's Rainbow Warriors this Saturday. Kickoff is at 4 p.m., followed by a live postgame show that will recap all the action and game highlights. Watch Fresno State versus the University of Hawaii, Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
We are EPU. Look at all we do. EPU offers support to parents that can be vital in navigating your family's unique journey. Connect with EPU staff, other parents, and share your challenges and triumphs. At EPU, you belong. Contact us today.
CBS 47 News is always available at yourcentralvalley.com.
Tonight on CBS 47 Sidelines, it's Rivalry Week. Some nice hardware and bragging rights on the line. Plus, it's the track championship game, Clovis North versus Clovis East. And our high school hotshot is staying in the 559 and committed to the Bulldogs. Week 11 of CBS 47 Sidelines starts now.
Now from Sports Central, this is CBS 47 Sidelines.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 11 of CBS 47 Sidelines. It's Rivalry Week, which means trophies and bragging rights are up for grabs.
Yeah, let's get right to it. Our Sidelines Game of the Week. Yeah, one of those rivalry games. The 60th annual Bell game between Tulare Western and Tulare Union. Second quarter. Tribe on it with an 8-point lead, and they're going to add to it. Dominic Wilson powering in for the score. Union goes up 15-0. Now, just before half, the Mustangs now driving. Down by 22, and Juju Hernandez, love the name, love the game, drops a dime to Malachi Fisher, putting Western in the red zone, where Mikey Johnson going to capitalize on the short touchdown run here. Mustangs trail 22-8 after a 2-point conversion, but the Union offense was just too much tonight. Jordan Crisp, very crisp as usual, finding Braden Stevenson, who only needs one hand to make that grab, looking like Garrett Wilson last night, turning on the Jets, get it? Huge touchdown for the Tribe. The victory bell staying at Tulare Union, 42-23 the final. Tulare Western over Tulare Western. Dylan Morgan is with our Game of the Week winners.
Yeah, guys, that is right. The last week of the regular season is a wraps, and so is Rivalry Week, where the Tulare Union Tribe are your Game of the Week winners. Let's hear it for the Tribe, guys. Yeah! All right, and in this win, a big reason for it, the man under center, Jordan Crisp, quarterback. Talk to me. You were dicing up that defense all night long. Talk to me about what was working in this one.
A lot of things were working. The middle was open. My O-line, lovely. They know great blocks. My defense getting us the ball back, and we executed as we went on with the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and now we were just talking about it. This team is going to the playoffs. Talk to me about what that means and what the mentality is now moving into postseason.
The mentality is definitely strong. I think we got a lot of great guys on this team to strive and just see what we could do.
Absolutely, and with me as well, one of the amazing pass catchers, man, an amazing one-handed grab and took it to the house as well. Talk to me about what you were feeling in that moment, as well as just seeing these guys put up so many points on the board.
I was just, like, when I caught the ball, and I, like, caught it with one hand, I was hype in my head, but I had to keep winning. I had to score, so, yeah.
Let's hear it one more time. Tulare Union, your Game of the Week winners. Let's go.
Thanks, Dylan. Good stuff there. To Lamonica Stadium for the track championship game between Clovis East and Clovis North. Both the Broncos and Timberwolves undefeated in league play at 4-0. Second quarter, it's 10-7 T-Wolves when Clovis North's McKay Madsen gets the handoff, doing what he does best, barreling through defenders, shedding multiple tackles, Throwing out a stiff arm, changing directions straight to the end zone. Madsen having a lethal senior season. Broncos take a 14-10 lead. But with less than a minute to go in the first half, Timberwolves are deep in Clovis North territory. When UC Davis commit Tyus Miller hangs on to it, extending over the goal line. One of 2 rushing TDs for him. Clovis East takes a 17-14 lead into the second half, and the Timberwolves win it 38-21 to claim the track title. Clovis East went 10-0 in the regular season. Across town at Veterans Memorial Stadium, it's the Range Rider game. Clovis taking on Clovis West. The Golden Eagles are still looking for their first track win of the season. In the first quarter, the Cougars are on the goal line, but it's the senior safety, Michael Espinoza, with a big stop on 4th down. So the Golden Eagles are taking over. But they can't capitalize on it. Second quarter, we're still scoreless when Maddox Merrill weaves through the Clovis West defense and into the end zone for 6. Cougars take a 7-0 lead over the Golden Eagles, and Clovis hangs on to win it 14-10. The Range Rider stays with the Cougars.
All right, to the South Valley, the Cowhide game in Visalia. Redwood taking on Mount Whitney. First play from scrimmage here. Ranger running back Jimmy Burke, well, he's going to pick his way through some traffic. And watch this move right here, right there. Oh, yeah, that was a beauty. 75 yards to La Casa. Redwood on the board with a 7-0 lead. Pioneers on the attack now. Quarterback Micah Rodriguez, well, he's going to take advantage here of some open space on the big run. But Redwood would hold on down the stretch. They secure a 28-7 win over their biggest rival.
It's the milk can game. Hanford versus Lemoore. 9-0 Bullpups looking to close out the regular season undefeated and also trying to hang on to this trophy. They'll get things started early on. Oregon State commit Corday Glass with the direct snap, hustling to the house. He gets the Pups on top. 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Now a little later on, it's 14-zip Hanford when Lemoore's Blaine Guevara barreling his way over the goal line here. Tigers are fighting back. It's now 14-7, keeping things close. Then it's Hanford's QB, Daniel Gomez, also doing what he does best here, airing it out for J.C. Turner. The senior wide receiver hauling it in, taking it down the sideline. Pups on top 22-7. Hanford hangs on to the milk can. Bullpups win it 29-14 and wrap the regular season undefeated. We're just getting started on this Week 11 rivalry edition of CBS 47 Sidelines. Coming up, it's the oldest rivalry in Fresno, dating back to 1930. As we go to break, scores from around the valley brought to you by Great Clips.
As a stylist, I know it can be hard to find time for a haircut. With the Great Clips app, you can put your name on the list from anywhere and head to the salon when it's time for your cut. A great haircut plus more time for what you love. That's Great Clips.
What kind of guy is John Duarte? The guy who hands tax breaks to millionaires like himself, but rips off farmers and his own employees. Duarte knowingly sold over 500,000 defective trees to local farmers and then refused to refund their money, costing them millions. Duarte was even sued for refusing to pay his own employees and denying them meal breaks. John Duarte, conniving, calculating, completely out for himself. HMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Your health is our focus. That's why we're telling stories that inspire, educate, and promote wellness. Stories straight from our own community. Join us each week for MedWatch Today, Sunday on CBS 47.
Eye on Ag with Anthony Bailey, only on Eyewitness News and YourCentralValley.com.
When it comes to our safety, Esmeralda Soria never wavers. Esmeralda kept her promise to crack down on smash-and-grab crimes, increase penalties for fentanyl traffickers, and deliver funding for our local law enforcement across the region. Now, Esmeralda is standing up to party bosses to pass Prop 36 so we can hold repeat offenders accountable. Endorsed by law enforcement, standing tough on safety. Esmeralda Soria for Assembly.
As a Great Clips salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. That confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
help prevent outbreaks of flu, COVID, and RSV. Stay home when you're feeling sick. Get tested for an accurate diagnosis and get vaccinated.
Go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros-who-know for more expert advice.
Toyota's legendary truck event is going on now, and the deal's legendary.
'Cause we're gonna be legends.
Hurry in for $2,000 cash back on any Tundra, or lease a Tacoma 4x4 for as low as $289 a month. Get to your Toyota dealer today, because this truck event, it's
about to be legendary.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to CBS 47 Sidelines. We've got a battle between 2 5 and 4 teams in Kingsburg, and there's a unique trophy on the line in this one.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the most unique trophies, I think, in all of California. Is Kingsburg and Selma battling for the fire extinguisher trophy. Yeah, here it is, the extinguisher on Kingsburg's sideline tonight after last year's 44-6 win at Selma. The Vikings also honoring their many seniors tonight, but it was the Bears who would strike first. A long drive to begin the game, culminating with a Jacob Hernandez 7-yard touchdown run at 7-0 Selma. Second quarter now, same score. The Vikings making something happen on special teams, blocking the punt. It goes out of the end zone for a safety. It's 7-2. They would get a nice kickoff return moments later, and moments after that, junior running back Drew Lundy exploding up the middle, 25-yard house call. That gave the Vikes a lead they wouldn't relinquish. They win it 39-7. More rivalry football in Easton now. We had Lions and Panthers, which meant the annual Battle of the Cats, right, between Washington Union and Kerman. Now, they honored the Panther seniors, including their senior cheerleaders, but it was a senior for Kerman making an impact here in the third quarter. That's defensive lineman Michael Meza with the sack. Led to a Washington Union punt, and when the Lions got it, senior running back Julian Velez with a nice game. And on the very next play, it's a junior hooking up with a freshman this time. Adrian Torres to freshman receiver Nicolas Mendoza, not looking like a freshman, 28-yard touchdown. Kerman wins the Taylor Cup, named in honor of the late Anthony Taylor, who coached at both schools. It's a cool trophy. Kerman gets it tonight. They win it 38-6.
The battle for the saddle. El Diamante and Golden West facing off in an East Yosemite League matchup. Second quarter, it's already 34-0 Blazers when Jaden Nahara finds Case Anders. The sophomore to senior connection puts Golden West up 40-0. And they've got a good lead, but this is still a rivalry game. So the Trailblazers are going to go for 2 now. And it's Case Anders again, this time running it up the middle for the 2-point conversion. Golden West wins the battle for the saddle in dominant fashion, 62-0, the final score. It's the oldest high school football rivalry in Fresno, the Pig Game, dating back to 1930. Roosevelt taking on Fresno. The Rough Riders have had a great year under former Bulldog Ricky McCoy. 6 wins so far entering tonight's game. Second quarter, Roosevelt QB C.J. Barker finding Mikey Rodriguez. Riders take a 16-0 lead after the 2-point conversion. Everyone going for 2 tonight, rivalry games. All right, later on, Dominic Gonzalez getting the pitch to the outside to his right. Then blazing down the sideline, he takes it straight to the house. Roosevelt also winning this one big, the Pig Game, 54-12.
To Sunnyside Stadium for the crosstown clash between Bullard and Edison. Second quarter, it's 10-8 Bullard. When Bullard's Devon Laney going to motor his way up the middle, dragging defenders with him, Bullard takes a 17-8 lead. Later, junior QB Tyler Franklin. He's going to air it out to a wide open Tyron Pree in the end zone. Bullard goes up 24-8. All nights in this one, Bullard dominates in the crosstown clash, 45-8. They finished the regular season at 7-3.
Coming up next on CBS 47 Sidelines, you'll meet a high school hotshot who will be suiting up for the Bulldogs next fall. As we go to break, more scores brought to you by Great Clips.
I'm a Democrat. I'm a Democrat. And so am I.
I know John Duarte.
He's a farmer.
He cares about people like us.
He has the courage to stand up to extremists in his own party.
He's working with Republicans and Democrats to make groceries cheaper.
I trust John Duarte.
I know John Duarte is the right man to represent our valley in Congress.
I'm John Duarte, and I approve this message.
And so do we!
Woo!
I'm Rudy Salas, and I approve this message.
This election is about our Central Valley values. Hard work, family. Rudy Salas lives those values. He's always had our back. He took on the party bosses to vote no on the gas tax and increase funding for law enforcement. David Valadeo abandoned us, increasing our health care and housing costs, making it harder for parents to pay the bills. This election, vote for our Valley values. Vote Rudy Salas for Congress.
Christian's Mattress Express is celebrating the grand opening of their 3 new Central Valley locations. Celebrate with store-wide savings. For a limited time, receive a free adjustable base, free delivery, and free removal and recycling of your old mattress. Plus, for a limited time, receive savings with queen mattresses starting at $3.99 and twin mattresses starting at only $159. Celebrate our grand opening with free at all Christian's Mattress Express locations, and now open in Fresno, Clovis, and Visalia.
Christian's Mattress Express.
I'm Adam Gray. All we get out of Washington these days are excuses and broken promises. Like John Duarte. The only people he works for are the Washington crowd. You deserve a congressman who works as hard as you do. Working together, we built a new medical school here in the Valley. We stopped LA politicians from stealing our water. And we cut red tape and lowered healthcare costs. I approve this message because the only one I'll ever work for is you.
What kind of guy is John Duarte? The guy who hands tax breaks to millionaires like himself, but rips off farmers and his own employees. Duarte knowingly sold over 500,000 defective trees to local farmers and then refused to refund their money, costing them millions. Duarte was even sued for refusing to pay his own employees and denying them meal breaks. John Duarte, conniving, calculating, completely out for himself. HMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
The Battle of Highway 33. Love this trophy. Love the look of it, right? Mendota versus Fireball. Always a fiery showdown. First quarter, 4th and 7 situation for the Aztecs. Ryan Preciado letting it fly. Look at the catch by Erlin Gomez. Oh, yeah, and a rivalry game to boot. 7-0 Aztecs. Now Fireball with the ball. Isaac Ceja connecting with Aaron Alanis to earn a first down. And a few plays later, Alanis going to find Dominic Barajas in acres of space. That's a touchdown. Mendota would have a few more big moments than the Eagles, though. They win the rivalry showdown, 41-27. To Strathmore we go for another bell game. The Spartans taking on the Lindsay Cardinals. The Spartans sitting atop the East Sequoia League standings at 5-1. Now, defensive battle early on in this one, but it was B. Strathmore who would eventually get it done. 33-21 the final. The Spartans showing why they're the defending state champs. They wrap up the regular season with an 8-2 overall record.
Another huge rivalry in Porterville. It's the Granite Bowl. The 7-2 Panthers taking on the 6-3 Monache Marauders. First quarter, it's already 14-7 Porterville. Marauders punting it away here. Jonathan Ruiz finds some space with a nice return here. Panthers in good field position when Ethan Enriquez finds Angel Avalos, but the Marauders are there with the big hit to make the stop. Porterville tacks on a couple more scores to win it, 27-7. Well, this week's high school hotshot will be suiting up as a Bulldog next fall.
But before that, Angelique, he's helping Clovis East have a very special season. Here's Sports Central's Dylan Morgan with more.
The name, Harold Duvall. The game, doing it all for Clovis East football on offense, defense, and special teams.
I've been coaching him since he was a freshman, so it's been, each year has been like almost every year is a little more maturity, gets a little bit bigger physically, becomes a leader each year. It's been awesome. I mean, seeing him as a young pup, freshman, with glasses, now to the big guy, you know, going to Fresno State, it's really cool.
Through the first 9 games of the year, Duvall is averaging over 100 all-purpose yards per contest, adding 8 total touchdowns as well, contributing to the Timberwolves' dynamic scoring attack, recording at least 1 rushing, receiving, and kick return touchdown so far this season.
It's fun seeing my game grow because when I was a little freshman, I was way smaller than everyone.
I didn't really imagine myself being this big, being where I'm at right now. So it's fun and exciting seeing that a small little freshman kid can grow into what I'm doing today and putting up numbers like I am.
And fans in the 559 will continue to see the growth of Duval's game on the gridiron, with the 3-star athlete committing to Fresno State this summer, adding another game breaker to the Dogs roster for 2025.
I saw I could go to a lot of places and experience a lot of different things, but I really knew it wasn't about that. It was about having a good next 3 to 4 years, experiencing a good program, good coaches, because I don't want to go anywhere and I don't feel welcome, I don't feel at home. And Fresno State felt like home.
Speaking of Fresno State, Bulldogs continue Mountain West play tomorrow, hosting Hawaii right here on CBS 47 at 4 p.m. The Dogs are 5-3 overall, taking on the 3-5 Rainbow Warriors. Coach Skipper says you can't overlook anyone in the Mountain West. It's our Bulldog Bite, brought to you by Toyota.
You better bring it every single week. That's our conference. There's no gimme games at all. So you have to prepare to win, and then on game day you better play to win. So that's basically where it is right now, but very competitive from top to bottom.
And that's a wrap on the regular season for CBS 47 Sidelines. But next week, we've got week 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah, playoff brackets, right? Come out on Sunday, I believe.
Yep.
Right. Can't wait for the playoffs.
All right. Have a good night.
A charismatic leader whose administration defined a decade.
There is nothing wrong with America that cannot be cured by what is right with America.
Clinton, Portrait of a Presidency, Sunday, 8/7 Central on News Nation.
Election night, News Nation is offering something completely different from all the rest. Respect for all Americans. Factual, fair, independent election coverage you can trust. Tuesday, 6/5 Central on News Nation.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
This November, the Tachi Palace is giving away 4 trucks and over $300,000 in Richie's Drive Away Jackpot. With cash and a whole truck up for grabs every week, the people are going to need more time to prepare. That's why Premier Club members get extra time to start earning now. You can earn points starting now through November 29th. And on Wednesdays, you can snag a bonus entry. No points required. Drive away a winner this November at the Tachi Palace Casino Resort in Lemoore.
Need help? CBS 47 is on your side. Contact us.
On Sunday, former President Trump attended a Pittsburgh Steelers game, then posted this AI image of himself as a Steelers player. But in an email to supporters, he misspelled Steelers with an A.
Are you a fan of collecting football cards and of unhinged presidential candidates? Topps presents the Donald Trump's Football Freudian Slip Trading Cards.
Awesome!
Collect the whole set. You'll get the Detroit Lions, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the San Francisco 49 felony charges. So many cards, so many weird self-owns. The Buffalo Legal Bills, the Jacksonville Jagoffs, and of course, the New York Giant Arnold Palmer penises. So collect the Donald Trump's Football Freudian Slip Trading Cards. Act now and we'll also throw in this collector's rookie vice presidential candidate card, the Dallas Couch Boys.
It's the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Tonight, Ballad of the Sexes. Plus, Stephen welcomes Senator John Fetterman and Alfonso Cuarón. Featuring Louis Cada and the Late Show Band. And now, live on tape from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City, it's Stephen Colbert.
Welcome, one and all, in here, out there, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Check your calendar. Check my math on this. Check my math on this, y'all. After tonight, there's only one Taco Tuesday left before Election Day. And please savor it, because if Trump wins, I'm pretty sure Project 2025 outlaws tacos. All you'll be able to get is a spiced meat foldy sandwich. But apparently, America is out there. They are pumped for this election because 17 million voters have already cast a ballot. Good planning. Good planning, voters. These people have already voted. These are the same people who have already done their Christmas shopping, already have their next Brita filter soaking. Why do you have to soak it? It gets wet eventually. No wonder folks are eager to vote. There's so many great choices this year. Beyond Trump and Harris, you have dark horse options like socialism and liberation candidate Claudia Dela Cruz, libertarian Chase Oliver, or the mysterious Rachel Fruit. Come on, Rachel. This is America. No one named Fruit stands a chance. You're going to get curb stomped by third-party candidates.